So RoPA is a record of processing activities. Some folks will call it a data map or data inventory or some combination of those things. And while it is not specifically required under the act in Jamaica, it is something that we always recommend. And why would we do that? So just like the overall readiness assessment, this is a logical next step, having a record of your processing activities. So that's going to be a record of any business process that you have that involves the use of personal data. So it could be within your HR department, the hiring process, the onboarding process, the recruiting process, even the offboarding or termination process. Within your marketing, it could be lead generation, direct mail. Within operations, it could be anything to do with your manufacturing process. Any place where personal data is being used for any reason, the RoPA or record of processing activity serves to document that. And that document is going to show where the data comes from. So who are the individuals, where they are geographically, what elements you're collecting. Is it just a name and email address, or are you getting more information? Are you getting hair color? Are you getting, whatever personal information elements? And then this document would include where those pieces of information go. What systems? Is it, going into something like Salesforce or some other sort of CRM? Is it being put on paper and placed in a filing cabinet? We capture all of that. Then we capture who has access. So that could be departments within your organization. That could be other third-party companies that you use to process your data. That could be a combination of people and systems. It could even be the government, right? So we might have to share information with the government. We capture all of that. And then the final piece is we capture any archival or disposal, right? So if there's backups, if there's some sort of archival system that's in use, or even if you have a data retention plan, that's all captured in the RoPA. And what makes that document important for it can be used for a lot of reasons, and I'll give a few that I've seen over the years. Number one, it's super useful when a regulator asks you, do you know what data you have and where it is and who has access to it? If you have RoPA documentation, you absolutely have that. I've seen it be used to streamline vendors, right? So we've done these for organizations and they look at the results and they're like, why are we still using this vendor? Why is this vendor still getting data? We don't need that anymore. So that's a very good, example of where these are useful and maybe not a requirement, but they're a keystone component of a program. And then also it's basically, so not just the vendor management, not just the compliance with regulations, but the big one is if and when a data breach occurs within an organization, RoPA documentation really helps with containment. It really helps with notification. And a regulator is going to feel very comfortable knowing that you know what data you have and where it goes. In the event of a breach, this would be something that's required. So all of those, and at the end of the day, they help strengthen a privacy impact assessment as well.